Hi, everyone. Professor Sweeter here. Welcome to week 2 of communications. It's been a quick first week, really short. It's been good to get to know some of you. I really enjoyed our video discussion board last week, and I'm going to do my best to do a couple more of those over the course of the semester. I think it's a nice way to mix things up. But it was nice to put some faces to the names and to hear more about your goals and why you're here at Goodwin and your communication strengths. So I wanted to thank you for that. So it is Tuesday. Tuesday tends to be the best day for me to record these videos. So this is my weekly video to talk to you a little bit about what you can expect in communications this week. We have a fairly busy week ahead of us. We are really jumping into the meat of the course material right now. And so there's a couple things I do want to share with you, as you jump into week number 2. So to do that, I'm going to start by sharing my screen with you so you can see what I am looking at too. And here we are in Blackboard, and this is the main announcements page. You can see here, this is the video that I posted last week for you guys. What textbook should you purchase? I hope it was helpful. I haven't heard too many panicked people, so I can assume that you saw that and saw the message and the document that I supplied here, and hopefully you're in good shape with the textbook and you're ready to rock and roll with MindTap. So let's take a look at what we're doing this week. I'm going to go over here to weekly units. And we're going to click on week 2, which just appeared the other day for you. And this week we're looking at chapters 2 and 3, which have to do with personal identity and cultural motivations. So what you're going to notice for the next several weeks is we do 2 chapters a week. Last week we did 1 chapter. This week and the week afterwards, we're going to be doing 2 chapters. And you'll see for the most part, we do 2 chapters at a time. The only difference, the only reason why we wouldn't do 2 chapters at a time is if you have something big like the midterm project. So expect to do 2 chapters each week. We're going to scroll down and you'll see there's an overview for you, some information about what you'll be doing this week, what the outcomes are, what we'll be talking about, a summary of unit activities. You're going to scroll down a little bit further. You've got a reading assignment. And when you click in that folder, you're going to find a link to both chapters 2 and 3 in MindTap. A little bit further are some PowerPoints for you. Here is a link to this week's discussion board. I'm certain some of you have seen this story before, or rather TED Talk before. This is by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, who is a very well-known author, and she's talking a lot about culture and storytelling and individual identity, and how your story, the one that you have, the one that you hold on to, is not necessarily the only story, and the beauty of embracing other cultures and ethnicities. Scrolling down a little bit further, you've got your chapter 2 and 3 quizzes. And then you have a assignment here, week 2 document submission, letter to your 12-year-old self. And below that, you've got this week's video activity, Chatty Tourists Abroad. All right, so that is what you'll be working on this week in chapters 2 and 3. As I said last week, I encourage you to start from the top and work your way to the bottom. That's exactly how I've designed this folder to work for you. Let's take a second and also look at discussion boards for a second. I do want to remind you a couple things. For full credit, these are the instructions with the discussion board. It says you must write 1 original post by Wednesday, reply to at least 2 more of your fellow classmates, post on 3 different days. And I want to tell you honestly, I don't care about that. Okay. I'm not looking to make sure that your original post is by Wednesday. I'm not looking to make sure that your posts are on 2, 3 different days, because quite honestly, it doesn't necessarily work for your schedule. So I do want to remind you, what I'm looking for is that you post to the discussion board, you post a minimum of 3 times. Your first post is answering the initial discussion prompt, and then your subsequent posts are replying to your classmates' posts. All right, so please focus more on that. Don't focus on it's Wednesday, it's midnight, I need to post. Not a big deal. All right, let's see, what else can I talk to you about this week? Something that's been mentioned to a couple people is concern about assignments being late or messages that you're getting from Blackboard that assignments are not being submitted. So I want you to understand something. With MindTap, remember, Cengage is a parent company, MindTap is the product we're using, and that uses the textbook Interconnections by Bowman. So when you do most of your assignments in MindTap, MindTap communicates with Blackboard, but not the other way around. All right. So Blackboard is our main learning management system, and that is where your grade for this class is housed. MindTap is a product that works with Blackboard. So what that means is when you do assignments in MindTap, when you do your assignments in MindTap, I have to go in and manually grade most of them. And I've got to be totally honest, guys, I haven't gotten to a lot of the grading for your class yet because I've been focusing on midterm projects for 2 other classes that I have right now. So you're going to see that Blackboard is going to start yelling at you. You didn't do this assignment. You didn't submit this assignment. And you're like, I know I did. Here's what's happening. You do the assignment in MindTap. MindTap waits for me to grade it. And then after I grade it, MindTap sends that grade to Blackboard. And when I don't grade it in time, Blackboard gets all antsy and starts firing off warning messages to you that you didn't do the assignment. So please realize you did the assignment, you submitted it, especially if you remember that you did it. It's waiting for me to grade things for you. Unfortunately, there's no way to shut that off in the meantime. It's just a design flaw where one program communicates to the other and not vice versa. All right, so I apologize. I know that gets a little bit hectic for people and it gets frustrating. All right, the last thing I wanted to talk about for you this week is the upcoming midterm projects. And what you're going to see in the midterm project folder is I have recorded some videos for you, and those videos are there to orient you to the project. So if you haven't yet, I encourage you to log into Blackboard, to go to course projects, and then to click on the midterm projects folder. And right there, you'll find both the assignments, everything you need to know about it, as well as today, at least one video introducing you to the project. And as we get further along in this class, I will be sending you other videos, just helping you get a better understanding of how you can perfect your speeches. All right, so make sure you check those out for me too. All right, the last thing I want to tell you, communication is key. Yes, it's an online class, but I really do like hearing from you guys. I like knowing that you're out there and you're paying attention, and that I'm here to help you if you need help. So please remember that I am here, and I encourage you to reach out to me. The best way to reach me is text message. So I always encourage everyone to text me first. If you're not yet receiving text messages from me, please let me know as soon as possible. We'll get you signed up for text messaging. The next best way to reach me is through email. And for that, of course, you need to use your Goodwin student email. Legally, I'm not supposed to accept messages from your personal emails because it becomes a FERPA violation. And those of you who are familiar with HIPAA, FERPA is the educational version of the same idea. Finally, you can also call me. I have listed my office number on the syllabus. That number is 860-727-6794. And while it is my office number, it goes to my cell phone. So you can reach me there too. I do want to warn you though, the ring on that, no matter what I do, is really, really hard for me to hear. So I will hear text message sooner than I see that you called me. So just to give you that heads up there. All right, my friends, have a great week 2. I look forward to seeing you online, and I look forward to getting to know everyone just a little bit better over these next few weeks. Thank you for joining me.